My goodness, what's up, my cannonballs? We're back for a short, quick second. Just a quick second. Oh my goodness, my back. You guys, I hate moving. hmm I should have had me some chapstick on my lips before I got out there and started moving stuff. But I really do hate moving people. Sometimes, ooh, I was not expecting it to be a large amount of things that I had to move. But thank God I had help. But that's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm here at all. At all. I'm here today because I was having a conversation with someone that I know, and it was about kids. It was about kids, and they was talking to me, and I was telling them how I was so thankful and I'm blessed that I don't have any kids, and they thought that they thought what I said was kind of wrong, and I'm like, yeah, this is my honest opinion. I'm glad I don't have kids. I'm glad I'm not bringing kids, well, me getting with a woman and we bringing kids into this world, you know. I'm glad I'm not in that situation because why would I want to have my seed to be out here, you know, going through some hard times with me? No. And for two, um, if I did decide to go the other route and start bringing children in this world, who is responsible to watch them? Is it grandma, grandpa, sister, brother? Who is responsible? Because last time I checked, the village, and I'm sorry to say this, but the village has been dead years ago. The village has been dead years ago. People done got older, you know. People done got older and they got more things going on. And by that I mean, it's not anybody's responsibility. It's not anybody's responsibility to watch anybody else's child. It's really not. hmm It's really not when you done made a careless decision to not use a condom. It's not my responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that I can never help out, but I'm not obligated to help out when you are able bodied and when you don't have a job at the moment. You can watch your child. hmm You can watch your child. You know, you can watch them. I've been watching kids since I was 13 years old. 13. Changing pampers, making bottles, mm, getting them up, getting them ready for school, trying to help them out with their homework, getting lunch together, getting dinner together. You know, I did that in my teens, and I also did that in my 20s. Do you think a brother like me want to do that in his 30s? No. And especially when I had to also be a caregiver, not only for one person or two, but for three people too at that. And I did that for years. For years, cooking, cleaning, doing yard work, going to appointments. You know, shit. The majority of my 20s, did I enjoy them? I did, but it was some days I couldn't enjoy them. I couldn't go out sometimes because I had to be on watch for people that was depending on me. When it was just left on me, and I refuse to go, you know, some more years doing that now with somebody else's child. It's not my problem. It's not my problem because let's do the roles. Let's say if the roles was reversed. I'm out here being careless. I'm out here being careless, right? Being very very careless, and then I'm deciding to just go out here and sleep around with every Jane and Lawanda and Quanda and Isha and Jane and who else? Jody, Jody, Rudy, and I'm having multiple kids, multiple kids by multiple women, and then when it's time for me to step out to go be a man, I gotta dump them off on somebody else. So not only is that a problem, but that's gonna be a problem with the people that's helping me with my kids. And that's crazy. It is. Because nowadays you have people that don't care. They don't care about who's watching their kids, especially when they got family. They don't care. Because when grandma and grandpa get tired, they are being thrown on the cousins or the aunties. What about their time? What about their time? I'm just saying. At some point, we got to break that. We got to break that, honestly. And I wouldn't want my responsibilities to be thrown off on other people, especially if I'm still young and trying to have some fun. Fun time is over with. When they came up to this, when they was born into this world, fun time is over. Smoking weed and getting drunk is over. It's time to buckle down, you know, so your kids don't be relying on the system to take care of them when they get older. Mm-hmm. Because most kids, if they don't get the proper education, hell, their parents will just go out there and get a check for them, and they'll just be relying on that check for the rest of their life. And I refuse for my kids to be like that. Hell no. And I refuse to be like that. Mm-mm. Look, if I'm ever blessed to be a parent, I'm gonna be hands in. I'm gonna be all hands in on them. You know, I'm not gonna be I need a break. You know what? You can get a break, but you know what? Being a parent, honestly, it ain't no break. You are a parent 24 hours. You know, 24 hours. All week long, 7 days a week, 165 days out of the year until they turn 18. But you know, even when they turn 18, you're still gonna be a parent. You know, you are that parent. You got to think about other people's time. And I just don't think that is right for people to be out here making these silly decisions for a quick old moment because they was feeling so horny on the inside and they want to be careless and want to have sex unprotectedly. Because they fail to realize it's not only falling back on them, but it's falling back on other people. It's falling back on other people. And no, and to keep it real, I just don't have time for that right now. I don't. I don't. Now I can see if I was still well. I don't want to say too much, but I can see if it was a serious situation and you couldn't move around. Yeah, I can come and help. But when you are able-bodied and you ain't getting that many hours, and you want to sit up there and talk to your girls for the wee hours of the night, or you want to be outside with your homies, you can be inside with this baby or with these babies. Because I know plenty of niggas right now to this day, whether they got 1 or 7, and their asses are putting more time into a woman, or the streets when they ain't working. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that ish. That's unacceptable because you're being trifling and you're being deceiving because you're not telling the people that's watching your kids the truth because you're lying because you're still out there hanging out. You need to buckle up and be a woman and a man and raise those kids, be in those kids' lives. Most definitely. I don't get that whole I want to have bukus of kids and I'm gonna throw them out for other people so they can so we can just do this multiple we can just do this every year for how many years on down the line. No. I don't. That's not my look. That is not my mentality. I don't think like that. I don't think like that at all. No, sirree, no. But you got people out here nowadays too busy to be busy for their own seed. Like I told this person in the restaurant, you laid there while you was doing the do. You stand up and raise it, and I didn't feel bad about it. You stand up and raise that child. Be in that child's life like you know how to be in everybody else's life that ain't your baby. I'm just saying. I am just saying on that one. Hell, this is not look. People are getting older and sicker, and people need to have time for themselves. And having a child around, they can't get that. I mean, they can, but it's to an extent. It is to an extent, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean, look, I can tell you right now. I know a few people around me that's close and that's loved ones. They're not going for that shit. They're not going for me having bukus of kids and I'm throwing them off on them. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, somebody had to watch you. No, no. We're not gonna go back into the past. Somebody had to watch me. No. Because times change. Get with the program. People got lives out here. You either sit up there and raise that child, or you give them to the system. Give that child to somebody that's willing to have patience and that's willing to sit up there and be in a child's life and show a child something and teach a child and really teach a child something so they don't be out here oblivious to certain things when they are in certain situations. Teach them. Stop relying on TV and YouTube to teach your kids, because that's look, the television is garbage. The internet is garbage. Everything is so sexualized nowadays. It's scary to me. Sometimes I get uncomfortable seeing all these images. It's ridiculous. And if you're not too careful, you'll be leading your child down the wrong path. The same path that your parent did you. So therefore, we're not going to be breaking a generational curse. It's going to be just going on and on and on and on and on to the point where we think it's just normal. And it's abnormal to me, if you ask me. It is. It's abnormal. I'm just not the one to really want to do that. Because not only when I may not have a good day, and I may have to come through for somebody, I still gotta suck it up. And and make some things happen and really come through for a person that may need a little help, but they don't even know how my psyche is. We are people, we have things going on in our heads. Every day is not a good day. Every day is not gonna be peaches and cream. The amount of things that can be on a person's head can really drive them up the wall. Little do certain people know that got kids. And they feel like you are supposed to do it because your family. No, you're not. No, you're not. I guarantee you right now, if I was like a few other people that I know around me that have kids right now, folks would be looking at me crazy. And they see me out in the streets, kicking it. When I need to be at the house, teaching it to my kids. I'm over here laid up with a woman or a man or something. Or it goes both ways. You laid up with a woman or a man. You're not doing that. It's selfish. It's irresponsible. And a lot of these people out here are acting as if they just feel it. What's the word? They feel like you. I want to say, is it entitled? Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, that's the word. Entitled to you to be there for them. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I don't help raise siblings, which I didn't mind doing. But that was kind of trying for a young 13-year-old boy. They didn't know too much about babies. I had to learn that shit. Get up in the morning time, around about 5, getting breakfast done, making bottles, putting clothes on them, making sure they are, decent looking. And that was trying it. That was pretty trying at times. But I still did it. And then when you have siblings that having kids and you got to come through for them, that was trying too. That took a lot of my time away from me too. A lot of time I wanted to go out and hang out because I didn't have any kids. Still don't to this day. And I couldn't do that because I had to be responsible. I didn't want, certain members, certain members throwing them off on the elderly that is already retired. They look, the majority of these grandparents are right that's out here right now. It's very few of them right now that's doing it, like how they used to do it back in the day. But the majority of them are retired, and they can't even kick their feet back and relax for a day or two without being bothered with somebody else's child. And I'm just keeping that real. It may sound harsh. They can't even kick back and relax and enjoy their retirement. Their retirement. I have lived it with people. I have lived it and seen it over the years. They don't want to say no. Don't know how to say no. So and even when they don't even feel like it, they're still doing it. And I refuse to put my own mother through that. I refuse. More stress. Because it's almost as if, these young individuals don't care about the state of mind that the person that's watching their kids. Hell, they may be ill. Oh, can you watch the baby for a few hours? And then that few hours go into multiple other hours ahead of over the time that they said they was gonna come back to get the child. That's ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I am not standing for that. I am not, and I am so glad that I'm not like a lot of these niggas out here that want to put their penis in everything that they see. And all of a sudden, bam, 9 months later, here come a baby. And you acting so surprised. Oh, no, 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 nigga, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You knew what you were doing when you got up inside that woman. Or when she let you inside of her. Both of y'all knew what y'all was doing. And y'all still decided to do what y'all was going to do, knowing y'all situation. Shit. Bringing kids into the struggle. And then you got to make them struggle right along with you. For however long y'all gonna be struggling. And that, we all know the struggle can be real for years. Honestly, it can be. Yeah, you may can get some help and some assistance from the government, but at the same damn time, things get tight and shit runs out quickly, very quickly. And people need to be mindful of that shit before they lay down with the next individual out here, not caring. All because you want to get a little orgasm out, or some. I'm not trying to be nasty, but you want to do that. You want to get off, all because you got an addiction. Because I sometimes sex can be well, it is. Yeah, sex can be an addiction. That's why you got so many cheaters out here, because they got a sex addiction. They are so used to getting off, they don't know how to stop. They don't know how to stop. I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're struggling with all this wanting to get off, you need to put yourself on a restriction, because life is not about all sex, 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 sex. Life is not about that. There's more to things. There's more things to do than having sex. There's more things that comes along with this life than just sex. I'm just saying. People priorities are messed up. People priorities are really messed up and jacked up, and I'm still waiting for them to change it. But it's so sad that the streets got their heads messed up. They acting as if the elevator don't go too motherfucking high to the top of their brain so they can use it, but they abusing whatever they are doing out there in the streets. Got them all fucked up. So therefore, they will be portraying that in front of their kids, and their kids gonna, soak all of what they've been seeing their parents do, and they're gonna do the same damn thing. It's gonna be a repeating pattern, and it's not gonna ever change if you don't change it now. If you don't change it now, and I'm speaking for a lot of people that's out there right now that may have to go through these type of things. You may have a son, you may have a daughter, you may have a cousin that's counting on you. Y'all know y'all people, especially our people. Y'all know our people, you know. And I'm not saying that any other race out there can't do the same thing. They do it a lot more. Like, they do it just like how we do it. But at some point, who's going to be the one to make the change? Who's going to be the one to make the change? Be responsible. Stop being irresponsible. Yeah, people people love to have that idea of, oh, I want a baby. Yeah, you want a baby. It's so cute when they come out, but you got to raise that baby. That baby, that baby is gonna get on your nerves it's gonna get on your nerves at times. But you still got to be there for that baby. You may not want to be bothered, but you still got to be there, because you know why? You laid down. You laid down and did what you had to do to get that baby. So you stand up and raise it. Be a woman, be a man about yours. Please be a man and a woman about yours. Because I promise you, my kids, if I ever become a father, my kids are gonna be with me. Yeah, they can go over their cousin's house, grandma's house. Yeah, for a short time. But I'm not gonna be leaving them. I'm not gonna be leaving for days. For days. Mm-mm. Now I can see the work. Now I can see it. If you're working, you may have to move. You may have to go out of town. I can see that. But even with that, the person should have the decency to cut and to really, hey, when you get off that, when you touch back down in that state, go get your kids. Don't be trying to go over to your friend's house and have a few drinks before you go get your kids. Go get your kids immediately. Because the person that's been watching these kids for all these damn days need a break. And sometimes folks won't even tell you the truth, how they really mean, how they may be feeling on the inside about helping you out. Because then you'll be feeling like, don't nobody want to help me. Well, it ain't their responsibility. It ain't their responsibility at all. And I'm still staying strong on that. I'm not changing on that. I am. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not going to change on that. Whether people like it or not. Some may disagree with me on this one, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, you imagine dealing with 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds. That ain't even that didn't even come from you. You imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can't even go to sleep when you want to go to sleep. Can you imagine that? You got to cook, and you look. Oh, this is another one too. Some kids don't eat every damn thing that you eat. You know what I'm saying? You got to find something that the kid may like to eat. Mm-hmm. Sometimes your food may get wasted. Hell, what could have went in your mouth went in their mouth, but they didn't even want it. They spit it out. I'm just saying. Oh, that water's so good. Oh, that water's so good. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. And for this person to be like, somebody had to watch you. Somebody had to watch you. You know what? That was a different motherfucking time, my nigga. That was a different motherfucking time. People were like younger. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to do it. They wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. Cause see, I feel like I would say certain individuals that was born in certain times were responsible. So the parent, you know, the grandparent didn't mind doing it because they knew their child. Now, don't get me wrong. All of them weren't like that. I haven't heard the stories. But for the ones that was trustworthy, they didn't mind watching them however long. But even with that though, you shouldn't feel the need to want to watch somebody else's child for however long you feel the need to watch them. Call their parents up. Call them up. I made a song. I know you've been. I think I made. Well, I did make a song. Yeah. How did it go? I think it's called "Come Pick Up Your Children." I think I said I know you're trying to have some fun, but don't forget to come and pick up your children. See, you're out there at the club trying to go home and make some love. Don't forget to come and pick up your children. That was a true statement. Don't forget to come pick them up. It shouldn't take another day. After you done had your little fun for a few hours. You should come. You go pick them up right in that day. That's how you solve that. I'm just not here for that. Just not here for that. And I'm gonna switch off of that topic because that topic may be a little sensitive to some people out there. But what else? Ooh, so I met a person about 2 years ago that knew a few of my relatives. Now, I did not expect them to just be going back and running their mouth as if we was in an item because it wasn't. It's only mentioned one time. And this is why I'm not on any of those fuck apps. I don't want to meet. I don't want to meet nobody new no more. I don't want to meet anybody new no more. Because you know what this person did? They went back talking. And motherfuckers are confronting me about some shit that happened 2 and 3 years ago. As if we was an idol. Some folks need to learn how to keep their mouth shut. What if I was the type of nigga that would come back, if I was built like that, come back and hurt you because you done ran your mouth to some people about me, about my business that I may not want it out, but it's out there now because you done ran your mouth and back. You done ran your mouth and went back and told them. What if I was like? But you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you say to the next person, because that shit can turn right back around on you. And by that I mean the person that is telling the business. It can turn right back around on you, and you end up getting hurt. All because you wanted to run your mouth, or be, you may have had too much to drink, or you wanted to just really expose some things. Keep some shit to your goddamn self. That's why I don't fuck with people right now to this day. I'm glad my phone don't be ringing off the hooks, because I don't get. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I have a hard time. Really, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't want to say it like this, but I really have a hard time with really believing like sometimes who is really there, because it's some people out here that will show you their true colors and their true intentions when they are so quote unquote called a friend. I'm being very, very real right now. And if I have to question you as a friend, that's an issue. That's an issue. It's like for me, hell, I'm only a friend for convenience. When you are down and out. And do you know how to make that make a person feel when you are just a friend for someone convenience, it makes you feel like, damn, whatever I got going on, you don't give a damn about, because you're showing me. You're showing me, and when you talk to me, you say certain things that is coming off to me as if you really don't give a fuck. And that's an issue with me. That's a very, very big issue. I never was the one to have the whole gang around me. Usually I'm always really kind of solo by myself, you know, because I wasn't following the crowd. I was never one of those ones that wanted to follow the crowd or be a part of the popular kids. Hell no, fuck that. I have always been me, whether they like me or not. And I refuse. I refuse to be that person going along and getting along. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be Mr. Oh, you was here for me. You was here for me. Hold on, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. That shit just, that irritates me so bad. I was here for you, but you ain't here for me. Mm. It's getting real, you guys. I gotta go. Hey, Johnny Mac. I'm sorry if I didn't speak to you. Hey.